Hey, good morning, or I guess I should say good afternoon. Ended up doing a slack pack yesterday and did about 18 miles over Killington. It was a really good day. I ended up meeting up with two folks I've been hiking with, or hiking around, I guess. They're also doing a slack pack, so it was fun to have someone to hike with. Ended up staying another night in Rutland, and now I'm back on trail. There was a bus that picked up right next to the hostel that came and dropped me off right at the trailhead. So that was very convenient, not having to find a hitch or shuttle or anything like that to get back to the trailhead. So today I'm going to be meeting back up with my trail family. The plan is to go about 16 miles. I think they're already on trail. I got on about an hour ago, so they beat me to it, but we're going to go about 16 miles here today, make it to a shelter called the Lookout Shelter. We're supposed to have a really nice view, so I'm excited for that. I think we've got maybe only one full day of hiking, which would be tomorrow, and then we'll be able to Nero in to Hanover. So we will be in New Hampshire, and Vermud will finally be done. Getting really close to getting to the whites. It's exciting. All right, so I found a little shelter, luckily right off the trail. It's actually at a really nice little state park, and got here just in time before the rain started coming down, so got a little lucky there. I don't think it's an official shelter. I think it's actually just part of the state park, but hey, nobody's here, so I'm gonna use it for maybe a couple hours, wait out the rain a bit. So I don't think I'll make the full 16 today. I might even have to do some night hiking. I think it's supposed to rain for about 3 more hours, and then after that, maybe around 6 o'clock it should end, and then I can go ahead and hike maybe like another 4 to 6 miles, and then there's a shelter around there. I'm gonna go ahead and just call it probably a night there. So I'll get like 10 miles in today. It's not a ton, but it's enough then to still get me into Hanover in the next 2 days. So yeah, it is what it is. Sometimes you just can't beat the rain. Hey, good morning, everyone. So last night I slept very, very well. I was in a very deep sleep, but unfortunately, I did not wake up when it started to rain. And because of that, I ended up not fixing the bathtub of my tent, and I ended up having everything get soaked in the middle of the night. So that's unfortunate. I'm gonna have to hopefully find a nice sunny time during today to let everything dry out. But other than that, it was a very nice night's sleep. Some fun folks that were at the shelter area, and yeah, had an overall good evening. Look at this. Thankfully, somebody put a ladder here. Otherwise, this would have been a very difficult boulder to get up to. All right, so I'm on top of the Lookout Shelter here. It's got an amazing view. Check this out. So my understanding is that this shelter is privately owned. They do allow the hikers to come up and take a look and enjoy this incredible view. It's awesome. This is where my trail family actually stayed last night, so I am now just caught up to where they started the day at, and it is 2 o'clock. So definitely gonna still be behind them for a while, but that's all right. We'll catch up in Hanover tomorrow. All right, so this is the inside of the Lookout cabin here. It's actually pretty cool. It's got a little fireplace and plenty of room for hikers to camp in here. So it's awesome for whoever owns this and allows us to use. Whew. There's been so much elevation now. So after Rutland, I think they're getting us prepared for the whites, because I mean, gosh, it's been like 5,000 feet today already. I'm only like 15, 16 miles in. Whew. It's been a tough day. Seems like it's just up and up and up and up and up and up, and very, very low down. You probably can't tell in the video, but I'm literally on my tippy toes because it's so steep. Oh, these are the worst climbs. Oh. Hey, good morning, everyone. So last night was a really fun night. So I ended up going to the deli that was about a mile off trail. I then, so I was able to actually get a meal and an actual sandwich, and was able to then get back on trail and hiked only about half mile away up to a really cool view to catch the sunset. It did rain a little bit overnight, so the sun in the morning, it was a little cloudy and foggy, so the sunrise wasn't great, but ended up just camping with a friend of mine named Dragon Queen. She's someone that I met very early on, I think even before the Smokies, and so we hadn't seen each other in a while. It was kind of fun to reconnect, and yeah, it was just really nice, quiet and relaxing evening. The rain did soak all my gear though, so I'm gonna need to find a spot to try to dry that out again. But today I will be hiking into Hanover, which is exciting. It's definitely a big college town, or a popular spot on the AT because it is a college town, and not really great lodging accommodations though, unfortunately. And that's mostly because it is move-in week for the university there. So I think the cheapest hotel that is in town is like $250. So I think the plan is just to run in real quick, grab some dinner, real quick resupply, and then find some tenting right outside of town. And then I will continue on. I think it's only another day. Just before the White Mountains begin, there will be a place that we can stay, Hostel. I forget the name of the town now, but should be a hostel coming up in maybe another day or so that I can then do my laundry and shower and whatnot before getting into the White Mountains. I'm excited. Everyone is always a little bit nervous when talk about the White Mountains, just because it can obviously be it could be dangerous. It's gonna be very difficult climbs, but you know, it's one of those things where once we're done and we're over with it, I feel like that's it. That's the hardest thing. And then we're on our way to Katahdin. I know Southern Maine is difficult, or I've been told that it's difficult. And then obviously the 100-mile wilderness is its own thing, but from what I understand though, 100-mile wilderness is not bad, especially when we've been doing, 1,900 miles or whatever, 2,000 miles at that point. I've heard that it really is not all that tough. So yeah, looking forward to the Whites. I can't believe it's only like a day or two away. Let's get after it. All right, so I was told that there was a blue barn coming up here that I can use their water spigot for refilling up my water because I am completely out. And also apparently they give the hikers free sodas. The owners are really cool. They love the hikers, so looking for that right now. All right, so this bridge here, it's kind of known for the thru hikers that you can actually jump off of it, and I'm sure it's a lot of fun, but I will not be doing that today. I think some folks are sewing around down there. Yeah, look, there's a kayaker down there. Very cool. All right, second half of the day, it's been pretty easy. Got all the elevation knocked out, so it should be pretty flat and just downhill for the rest of the way. But yeah, getting excited to get into Hanover. The weather's been really nice. It's probably in the high 60s, low 70s, so just really nice hiking weather. Couldn't ask for better. It's kind of trying to drizzle here and there, but no downpour or anything. So yeah, my group just got into Hanover about 3 hours ago. They're about 3 hours ahead of me. So hopefully we can all sync back up in Hanover, and I can get some food at the Dartmouth Dining Hall. It's kind of a thing. You get a student to swipe you in, and then you get a free meal. All right, finally made it to the road. It's like a 2-mile road walk to get to town. So I'm gonna be hiking along this for quite a while. About, hopefully it only takes about 30-40 minutes, but I'm excited to get some food, to meet up with my crew, and yeah, to finally be in New Hampshire. All right, check it out. This is the bridge that will officially cross me into New Hampshire. Whew. State 13 of 14. Hey, good afternoon, everyone. So yesterday was a fun night. We got into Hanover. We went out to some restaurants and got some food at the dining hall. I got some lunch at the dining hall and then met up with my trail family and for some dinner. We then stayed at one of the guys in my group has a friend who lives by that we went and stayed at the friend's house, and then got back on trail, or attempted to, but a massive storm came in. And so when that happened, we were doing our resupply. We just ended up hanging out at the front of the grocery store for about 2 hours or so. But yeah, we are now back on trail. The rain has stopped, and we're just gonna kind of do a couple miles in, set up camp, and that way we're already on trail for the morning. I think we've got like 30-40 miles to the next resupply stop, and that's gonna be just before the Whites. So I think we're like 2 days away, which is exciting, but also a little nerve-wracking. Hopefully we get some nice weather. That's what I'm mostly concerned about, but it does look like there's gonna be a ton of elevation coming up, which I'm never a fan of, but got to do it. And I did hear some incredible views though, so it should be worth it.
That gives you superpowers right there.
All right, so we are ending the day with a nice 2,000-foot climb up to Smarts Mountain. Right just at the base of it though. It's fun. There was a parking lot. There's 2 day hikers who picked us up and took us into town real quick just to grab some food for everyone and some refreshments. So we were able to eat dinner already, which has been nice. And then we are making this 2,000-foot ascent in about 3.5 to 4 miles, I believe, and plan to camp up at the top. We did have to camel up our water though, so all of us got 3 or 4 liters. Makes it a little extra heavy in our packs to get up there. So not an easy climb, but should be very much worth it. Here the view is amazing. We can actually see the presidentials from there. So we should only be another day, I think, away from the Whites. I think less than 20 miles actually from officially entering the Whites wilderness. Hey, good morning, everyone. So last night was a nice evening. We camped atop Smarts Mountain and had a wonderful view from the fire tower. We could see the Whites and the presidentials even from there already, which was awesome. It's a little intimidating though, because they definitely are big mountains, but it was a really fun night. We then ended up sitting there and making a fire and relaxing for a bit and enjoying the evening. So today we're trying to do 21 whole miles, which is a lot of mileage, but we should be able to stop off at about mile 15 for some food. And we'll start right at the base of Mount Moosilauke. So tomorrow morning we should be able to hike up and over our first 4K, 4,000 foot peak in the Whites. So it's exciting, finally there. All right, so going a little bit slow today. There have been some climbs, but actually going slow because it's been fun. We've actually been running into a lot of folks that we had not seen before. There's a handful of hikers that hopped up and flip-flopped. So at some point during their northbound hike, they shuttled up and then began going southbound instead. And for some reason today, we've come across like 2 or 3 different groups of them. And so it was really fun to catch up. They're obviously going southbound, so probably won't see them ever again, but it's good to see that they were still on trail, because a couple of them I didn't realize they had flip-flopped, and so we just assumed that they had gotten off trail. But that being said, though, there have been a few folks then today, I did learn, that have gotten off trail, specifically around Rutland for some reason. And I guess that they just didn't feel like doing the whites, feel like finishing it up. But there's about 3 or 4 different people that I've now heard of just today that quit in the past week, which is very interesting, because you feel like you're getting so close. We're getting down to only maybe 400 miles and they decide to quit now. So I mean, it is what it is. Sometimes people aren't enjoying their time out here. They're dreading doing the whites, they're worried about the weather, whatever reason that they've got. But yeah, it's sad to hear whenever people get off trail. But all right, so a bit of a change of plans. So there is a hiker hostel nearby who I guess got word that we were in the area and decided they wanted to do something nice for us. So the gentleman showed up, had some trail magic, and also offered to do a slack pack for us all the way into their hostel. So very convenient for them, right? And so we're gonna go ahead and we're slack packing 8 miles, and we've already done 3. We're gonna grab some dinner. We'll crush the remaining 4 and then hike into the hostel, stay there. So very cool, very kind of them to do that. Granted, it is mutually beneficial, but I'm walking right now up to the restaurant. We're gonna have some dinner, have a good time, and then we'll just finish out the rest of our hike tonight. So very excited, should be a fun time. Stuff like this is why I love the trail. You never know when you wake up what you're gonna get. So